All right, it is Friday, and we are just about 52 and a half hours away from kickoff in Detroit for this Sunday night football game versus the LA Rams. And the final Friday injury report is upon us. So I'm going to dig into it, give you guys the goodies. Of course, we'll start with the LA Rams first. Injuries obviously have been a major story for the Los Angeles Rams this summer, and even notably the last week or so. With them suffering more injuries to their corner, Darius Williams, who is now on IR and will not be playing in this weekend's game. It's continued for the Rams. It hasn't slowed down at all. There have been question marks about a few players entering week one against the Detroit Lions, and now some of those answers, or at least some of those questions, are being answered today, with Kobe Durant and Rob Havenstein being the biggest questions to get answered here. On Friday, Sean McVay did address both players, as well as Puka Nacua and Jonah Jackson. He did say that Nacua, Jackson, and Durant will all be full participants in the final practice of the week, while Havenstein will be limited for the third day in a row. Now, Nacua, Jackson, and Durant are all expected to play on Sunday against the Lions, which is, that's great news for the Rams. I don't think it's going to help them. But that's great news for the Rams, right? There was never much concern really with Puka Nacua or Jackson, but Durant's status was a bit up in the air, if you will, which particularly, I guess, was worrisome with the whole Darius Williams thing, going on, him landing on IR here in the last minute. Havenstein, it still isn't certain to play on Sunday, but the Rams haven't yet ruled him out if he does miss the game. Now, Warren McClendon Jr. will obviously start at right tackle. Look, I don't think these guys are going to have much success against us anyway. It is what it is. But Havenstein is officially listed as questionable, and everyone else is good to go for this Sunday. So, quick recap. LA Rams, Jonah Jackson, full participant. Puka Nacua, full participant. Rob Havenstein, limited and questionable. Kobe Durant, limited, and then full today. So he's good to go. For your Detroit Lions. Now, the Lions have 3 players on the injury report, the biggest one of which many of us are wondering what's going to happen has been with DJ Reader. But heading into Sunday, we can talk about this one right away. Lawrence Strickland. We're not expecting anything to change with Lawrence Strickland. He has already been ruled out for the game this Sunday. He's been battling some sort of a thumb injury, but this one's not as big of a deal. Yes, he made the 53-man roster, but we are so deep in that backfield, unlike the Rams, that this one's not that big of a deal. Ifeatu Melifonwu. So this has been a big one too. There's been conflicting reports of what's going on with Iffy. It's been reported as some sort of a low ankle injury. Heard a high ankle injury. Achilles. We've heard Achilles was ruptured. From what I understand, it's more of the tendonitis thing going on here in the lower area of the leg, and he's just battling through it. Now, he did make it to practice yesterday. But right now, Ifeatu Melifonwu is listed as doubtful for this game. And look, this is 2 safeties, but I don't think the Lions really need to worry with Amik Robertson being able to step in at the nickel, Brian Branch back at the slot. You heard Dan Campbell today, or maybe you didn't, but they are expecting to get a lot of work out of Brian Branch, both in the nickel and in the slot and in the dime. And then Aaron Glenn stepped to the podium and said the same exact thing. So don't expect Brian Branch to come off the field. He's going to get a ton of work in. He's probably going to be playing 95% of the snaps this weekend. Let's just hope that he can stay healthy throughout the season. Now the biggest one, the one that we're all hoping gets an opportunity to crack the game day roster in the first week here against the LA Rams, is DJ Reader. Now this guy was coming off of a second quadriceps tear in as many years here, and he's been battling back all offseason. We didn't hear anything about DJ Reader, really. And then a report came out that there was no timetable. And then just the very next day or so, a report came out that he was going to be elevated and he was going to be getting back to practice. And now he's made it all the way to be listed as questionable for this Sunday. So the door is open for DJ Reader to walk into Sunday night's game ready to rock and roll and get some snaps in. And man, I'll be super excited about that. So let me just kind of show you here what I'm looking at right now. So you know it's not me. This is the Detroit Lions website. This is their injury report. And we are good to go, man. Lions are as healthy as they're going to get all season right now. This is it. This is as healthy as we're going to be. I hope that we can stay this healthy for the rest of the season. If this is all we're dealing with, man, we'd be in great shape to make a deep run. So that's it for your breaking news and final news of your injury report on Fridays. We'll be doing this every Friday to make sure you guys have the news headed into the weekend, especially, when you're on your drive home from work or whatever. Get the news here. Subscribe to the channel. Please send a like and get us out to more Lions fans. Appreciate you guys joining us today. And we'll see you again this weekend. Don't forget, Pro Sports Zone tomorrow, 10:30 in the morning. Big sales going on. We're going to be doing a podcast from the location. Get in there, save up to 25% off. Help Rock Down Cancer Foundation. And go get your Lions gear, man. This guy has everything. He just had Aiden Hutchinson in. Just had him in. Signing a whole bunch of stuff. So if you want the best gear and the best, Lions merch there is, signed or unsigned, it's at Pro Sports Zone in Livonia. We'll see you there tomorrow. You guys go One Pride, go Detroit Lions. We'll see y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.